Hey folks, BrickSidious here, back with another LEGO Star Wars video. I'll be going through some versions and generations of the iconic X-Wing playscale sets. On the left here, you have the first ever version of the X-Wing, besides the UCS scale one from, this is around year 1999, 2000. This is not a fully official set. I think I got a partial set in a garage sale bulk lot, and I tried to complete it with my spare parts. So some colors might be off here and there, but it's generally correct. And yeah, you see, they were still working things out, and they had a limited set of available pieces back then. So it's quite crude in some areas, but you look at it from afar, it's an X-Wing. And then the color scheme too, I guess, in the movies, the X-Wing is kind of like a metallic hull, and they thought that gray would represent that better than white, I suppose. Just like the old TIE fighters, had blue, kind of blue accents rather than dark gray that they moved to later. But yeah, some cool things about the build are they have some good shape of underside shape of the fuselage here that looks very sleek and not too boxy. Yeah, room for the astromech droid. And I think this was some storage compartment for lightsaber or something like that. Yeah, I think this set is supposed to come with an R2-D2, but maybe this is a random extra droid I had. Yeah, it's funny, this piece here, which I think is no longer used in modern sets, kind of like the landing gear that cannot retract. And then the S-foils mechanism was just this notched hinge, that you've probably seen in other builds. So it's not smooth, it just goes to like a set number of positions. But I think for a first attempt, this was pretty impressive, and LEGO had never made an X-Wing before, so I'm sure this made a lot of kids happy. The next version is the Dagobah crashed X-Wing from Empire Strikes Back. Of course, you can take off the swamp veggies, and then it's just a regular Red 5. But as you can see, it got longer, and they made quite a bunch of improvements here. The wing guns are the same, but I think it's more true to canon with the color patterns and the length of the nose. And then this was one of the first versions where they moved to the white bricks, which, yeah, I don't know, probably with like user testing or other, their artistic department, they just felt that was better than gray. Yeah, better, I think better look of the engines and the thrusters. Although you'll see in later sets, they just go with these trans neon orange, where I think canon in the movies, it was like a pink exhaust flames. But maybe at the time they just didn't have the trans pinks pieces yet. So here you have the S-foil mechanism is a worm gear connected to this knob, so to this gear, so you kind of turn it, and then the tension, the inverse tension is provided by these rubber bands. Fortunately, I got a set that was like near this was a used set, but it was like new condition, so the rubber bands are in great condition and not not in danger of breaking. And then, yeah, here, so you see, you can turn it, and the worm gear like serves to like slow down the motion in the new axis. So that's why the wings move slowly compared to how much I'm turning the knob. But yeah, it's a pretty beautiful ship, and this set, it also comes with like Yoda's Dagobah hut and Luke in the tank top. That figure is, I have it in the other room, but it's pretty valuable. It's funny, even he has a backpack on, true to the movie, and that little like 2x1 tile that shows his sleeping bag or his rucksack or something. It's just the little tile because it's not made in any other set. That's like $30-40 by itself. So it's kind of funny. Okay, as we move on, I'm not sure the year of this set, but you can tell they've made some significant design changes here. One, the wing guns look kind of sleeker and more like the movies. Yeah, they had interesting detail here with the worm gears. And then here, the bummer thing about this version of the set is, I guess they wanted to have a sleeker fuselage, but now they have the astromech droid rotated 90 degrees, which of course is not true to the movies. But here, yeah, you have the proton torpedoes, I guess, and you have some detail inserts, some circular tiles that go inside the engine intake. Yeah, I never got that. These are space vehicles. They're not consuming oxygen like a fighter jet. So I don't know what these are for. But I know Lucas. He was heavily influenced by World War II. Dogfighting fighter planes. So yeah, we'll give him that creative liberty. And let's turn it around here. Yeah, similarly, the S-foils mechanism is based on worm gear with rubber bands counter tension. So, sorry, this one isn't a worm gear. It's just fully closed or fully open. So let me see if I can. I probably need two hands to do the mechanism here. Hold on a minute. Yeah. Just prop the phone up here. And turn this. I hope it doesn't break. But yeah, that works. So you have the S-foils in the open position. And then when you want to close the, I can see some of the bricks separating here as the rubber bands provide quite a lot of tension. And then when you're done, you close them back up here for like hyperspace mode. Cool. And then lastly, you have this version from more recently, I want to say like 2022-ish. Yeah, with some figures I left up here, but I think, yeah, the differences here being the lasers on the wings again are a different style, and this one has stickers, I guess, like battle damage and some other things, and yeah, instead of red tiles on the wings, they use stickers. Yeah, I'm kind of ambivalent to it. I don't know if it's better or worse. One thing that's interesting is the wings are shorter, a shorter number of studs than previous generations. I'm not sure why. Maybe part of the overall Lego trend of like trying to save on costs, manufacturing costs, but still sticking it to the customers with high prices. And now of course, yeah, we got the pink or magenta, whatever you call it, trans engine exhaust, so that looks more realistic to the films. Yeah, you have some more kind of greebling and detail in the stern part of the ship, and then the S-foils mechanism here is different too. Let me see if I'll prop up the phone again and see if I can remember how to open this guy. Let's see, I just force it open? Oh yeah. So yeah, it's some, I guess, internal Technic mechanism that doesn't require rubber bands, but it just has enough tension or friction inside the internal guts to keep it in the attack position here. And then when you're done, you just close them. Yeah, I'm sure kids and parents much preferred this. You know, fewer chances of things breaking and stuff. So yeah, it's just Technic lift arms inside the fuselage here that can provide some angular travel. Yeah, I think these two later generations too, you know, they added these slopes on the wings to kind of give it some thickness, which I think looks cool. Yeah, kind of closer to the UCS detail style. And then the good thing with this version too is, yeah, they rotated the astromech droid properly, although he does stick out pretty high, you know, up. You know, in the movie, the droid would not be protruding out of the ship so prominently. Yeah, I thought maybe he was high because like the droid, if you push on the droid, it like shoots a flick missile or something. But I don't believe that's the case. Yeah, no flick missiles in this set. So yeah, there you have it. 4 versions of X-Wings over 20 plus years. Kind of amazing to see. And I think, yeah, you know, Star Wars fans would love, you know, any of these. And they're just great sets. And up until recently, at least, were pretty affordable, you know, for fans to buy. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this walk through memory lane, and may the Force be with you. We'll see you next time.